Another news on this Monday. This week marks the one-year anniversary of the Fort McMurray wildfire. Our Reed Feist was there, and he kicks off our coverage looking back at how so many got out a year ago. Reed, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jeff. Yeah, it was a year ago. Hard to believe 80,000 people had to flee Fort McMurray. And today, as we kick off our coverage, we begin looking at that evacuation. And you may remember this viral video that went online and basically was shown on news outlets around the world. Dash cam video of some of the most harrowing parts of this evacuation from the community of Beacon Hill. It shows the bumper-to-bumper traffic that Michelle Chamberlain faced and many others as they tried to get out of their own community. Smoke, flames bordered the road, getting dangerously close to the vehicles while the burning embers fell from the sky.
Every time I drive up and down Beacon Hill Drive, it sort of see it again. Yeah, I was worried. I was definitely worried, but it's definitely not a situation you want to be in.
Hasty exit. That might have been the last time. Might have been the last time I ever saw my house right there.
And that is Jared Sabovich. He is more critical of the evacuation. Was it called too late? Did it put people's lives at risk? And that's something we're going to look at tonight in some of our coverage on Global National, Jeff. All
right, Reed, give me your personal recollections if you can. We all remember your reporting with that fire raging behind you. What do you remember most from a year ago?
Well, I think it was just that it came so quickly, and you know, that's the thing we're talking about tonight, the evacuation. When was it called? I mean, we kind of thought that the story had kind of basically dissipated, that the fire had gone down. I was making some plans, to be honest, to come back to Calgary, and then in a matter of basically an hour, it all erupted. So that is probably the biggest thing that I'll remember as I look back and I see some of the pictures again a year later. But I think now what I see is how much the city is coming back, the recovery, and that's something that we're going to look at this week.
Let's talk a bit about that if we can quickly. I mean, one of the amazing things I've seen, certainly, and I know many Canadians over the past year, is the resiliency of the citizens of Fort Mac, that many were so eager to get back to what they call home. What is the rebuilding effort like today?
Well, it is actually pretty impressive. There are about 3 to 4 different communities that were the hardest hit, wide swath areas that burned down. And in some of those communities that were basically totally destroyed, a year ago we would have stood there and there was nothing left. There's a lot of construction on those streets. A lot of those streets have lots of homes standing. A small percentage is back. About 2,500 residences in total burned down, and so far they have approvals for about 600 homes to be rebuilt. So there is a lot of progress, but there is a lot of progress and a lot of building left to do before the community gets back to normal. And even then, Jeff, there are a lot of people that haven't gone back. There are empty lots. People took their insurance money from their homes and trying to sell that empty lot, and they're getting out of Fort McMurray. So while there is that rebuilding story, which is the big part of it, there is also the part of the story that this community is changed, and it will be changed forever.
All right, plenty more tonight and throughout the week on Global National with Donna Friesen. Reed Feist, appreciate the update. Thanks so much on the one-year anniversary of the Fort Mac wildfire.